All right, welcome to our video about our thesis about the Chinese government. And what we're going to do here is you hopefully at this point have read or at least peeked at the two primary sources that I gave you. One is by a philosopher named Confucius, who is arguably one of the most influential philosophers in the history of the world, but certainly in Chinese history, and the other is by a guy named Lao Tzu, who is also very influential, but mostly more in China, right? And they've got two very different views of government and how government should work and how people should interact with government and things like that. What I'm asking you to do for this assignment is just to pick one, okay? Doesn't matter which one you pick. There is no right answer to this question, just so that we're very, very clear, okay? You get to pick, you get to decide which one you pick. And what we're going to do is we're going to write what's called a thesis statement about that. Now, thesis is an argument, so you're going to make an argument, right? When you get a little bit older and you're writing essays and things like that, this will be the first part of an essay where you're staking out a position and you're introducing people to your ideas, okay? And with this, we're going to have really four parts that are going to go across three boxes. The first part is a counterclaim, second part is a claim, then we've got some evidence, and then we've got some reasoning. So let's dig into this a little bit, right? Just for your reference, I put the prompt right up here at the top, but then we've got our counterclaim. Although some people think that Lao Tzu or Confucius, whoever's wrong, okay, so whoever you disagree with, you're going to circle that one, had the right ideas about government. And then whoever is right, Lao Tzu or Confucius, you're going to circle that one, actually had better ideas about government. So you should circle two different names in this box. Whoever's wrong on top, whoever's right on the bottom. Okay, and again, doesn't matter who you pick, I can make the arguments for both. Then you're going to pull some quotes. These are your evidence. So it's similar to a CER paragraph, right? And you're used to writing those hopefully by this point. Two quotes, okay? Two quotes from the documents. Those should be word for word. Literally, you can copy and paste for that part of it, okay? And that's fine. But two quotes. And then your reasoning. These quotes demonstrate that Lao Tzu or Confucius, again, whoever you think is right, had the correct views about government because, and the rest of this box, that's all you. That's going to be your words. Okay. Biggest point about your words in this reasoning box is they have to explain how the quotes make whoever it is right. Okay. That's the goal. They have to explain why you are correct. That's your end goal. Okay. Worry about doing a good enough job. Okay. In other words, I don't want you to get tons and tons of outside help. I don't want you to use AI or anything like that. I want you to do your own thinking. Okay. Do a good enough job. That's part of how I'll know that it's you that did it. Okay. And that it's your thinking. And then if I need to, I can give you some feedback and help you fix it and get a better grade. But that's really what you're aiming for. And if you fill in those three boxes, you will get nothing lower than a 3 if you fill them in the way I indicated. Okay. If you have questions or if you need help, please don't hesitate to reach out. And otherwise, I will see you during class.